Alright guys, so let's go with today's video. I know I promised you two more, so we'll work on a second one today and then something else, something extra for Friday. What's happening right now? It's definitely breaking. It's a slow bleeding, but even though that's the case, you will find that there are components, remember components in the market that they have strength. That's where you want to go if you want to buy a call option. Now, if you're trading based on the trend, and the trend obviously as an overall structure of Apple, Amazon, Microsoft now, that just happened today, they're dumping, then you actually want to look and buy your puts. That's definitely something you want to do. Now remember, one thing I want you to learn when you visit our channel, the channel of Market Surveillance Alliance in YouTube, okay, is that you definitely want to follow the trend, but always pay attention to where is the surprise, like happened this week with Starbucks, ticker symbol SBUX. Now, having said that, let's jump to the lesson or the value for you watching and subscribing to this channel only if you want to learn how to trade the markets, US stock market, equities and options. And you learn equities by absolutely developing your skills in the options arena. Let's jump there. And today I want to talk to you about the market as it is. Now, first off, and I might get some critics. That's fine. The comment section is open for you to share your views. But the secular bull market is in no danger for now. If you pay attention, this is all the way coming from 1985, actually 65, with the 200 exponential moving average. That's the one that you will see on my screen every time that you see my trading view. Green moving average, that's exponential, and that's the 200, okay? So fantastic. So a little bit of risk here back in the great financial crisis. No wonder why, right? And then you have very close threatening that, but that was just a little bit, well, you can always measure and think we were like 11% away from threatening the secular bull market. But as it is right now, and if you follow other YouTubers and every single YouTuber making thumbnails about Doctor Michael Burry, well, yeah, he says like we're gonna go somewhere 2000. That's fantastic. That's not anything new. We will go to previous crash levels all the way to these areas. So it's not a secret, Dr. Burry, with all your respect. Now, you look at these two candles, massive rejection, the month is not over. So you can have something that push lower, kind of close here and go back to this level. And then October can be a good surprise. This is just to understand that although a lot of people are waiting, for example, Morgan Stanley, Mike Wilson and his crew, they're waiting for new lows in 2022. They don't really have to happen, but as it is right now, it doesn't look that beautiful. Due to my configuration trading view, that particular candle it looks red, but it's actually 9%. So red doesn't look good, but we're within the levels to expect. Now, 2021, September 20, September 21, we have FOMC. Pay attention to that. The other thing I wanted to pay attention is that first, yeah, no secular bull marketing by no means threat by this situation, not yet. But if you look at levels and understand the structure, a lot of what happened out there comes back to understanding these kind of, I don't know how to say that in English, but it'd be like megaphone. Like it looks like a little bit like a megaphone. Think about like a trumpet, and is the bearish projection. That bearish projection goes all the way down to 2,900 points in the SP500. That's 2,900 points in the S&P. You have to understand that the market as it is, some structures will be protective. Americans, they like to do a lot of buybacks. So don't think that it's going to happen. If it happens, it's going to be that easy. Buybacks, a lot of those will take place because the companies will look to protect themselves from any panic. And the ones that do more buybacks, they will obviously receive the support of investors. But if this is the bearish narrative in 2022, look at the other side of the coin, because there's a lot on YouTube, a lot of fin tweet, social media calling for for that particular structure, technical analysis pattern. But what about this one, which is actually real? 1, 2, you have your foundation. This is very important, all the way coming from the lows of September 2020. And then all the way up, you have this particular structure. So that means that we do have a projection as well. And guess what? If the lower band of that bearish projection sends the SP 500 to 2,900 points, I got news for you. Believe in America. Be bullish, America. Because on the other side, from this point, you have a projection that goes all the way to, ready for that? Let me write it in front of your screen. 5,900 points. It doesn't mean that we actually close the market structure, but it means that we, as usual, in the United States of America, land of the brave, land of the free, will make, again, with 100% certainty, another new high, whether you like it or not. That will take place in the next 5 years. Now, 5 years seems like a lot of time, but it's not. If you were to have a new kid, if you have a newborn, by the time it's 5 years, your baby, she or he will be only 5 years old. So not really a lot of time if you think about it. Now, if you're looking into retirement, well, that's a little bit of pressure, but this is the story of every single disaster in the American stock market. New highs at the end of the day. Now, how are we going to play this? Because these are long-term expectations. Well, definitely if I were to be in this position, I would be looking to have some far out of the money calls 2024, and probably in 2023 what happened is I will have the options to start buying leaps, long-term dated contracts into 2025, and that's what I want to do. Okay, so this is one thing I wanted to show you. I want to share with everyone today. I actually have to make a blog post. The way it works, I have to write a blog post. I'm getting better at actually writing, kind of finding my own voice. So bear with me because I actually have to trade, do my research with my team, and I am the one writing my stuff. And that's how I like it. But when it comes to opportunities, then I'm thinking that we possibly can find some zero DTE, 0 days to expiration opportunities in Roblox. And I will share with you the screen on Roblox. Let's take a look, RBLX. The way it looks right now, it has been very powerful. Look at that, 45.70. It's actually bullish for the week. When the market is actually lower, this whole thing is bullish. And as you can see, let me just move this. I was studying it already. So we have a little bit of Hawkeye traders. We have the first bright green, and that's positive in what is more like the medium term, short term, medium term expectation for the stock. So that's pretty cool. So I will look into playing, share an idea with you today without any responsibilities. If you take the trade, great. Just remember that past performance does not indicate future performance. I go to quote media. It's showing strength. Remember, components that are green in the market, those are the ones that you will look to buy call options. I will look for something that is not too expensive, maybe $20, $30 stops. So I'll look into also the volume activity, 42, 44. Look at the 50, I think, right there, the 50 and the 48. The 48 actually is pretty interesting because the volume is sitting at 7,700. So that can be either, it can be a small institution or a lot of retail traders participating based on the fact that there's green on that particular stock. So that's very good. So a couple days ago, 120, now selling for 46. It makes a lot of sense. So that will be pay no more than 55 cents. That will be $55 per contract. And I will be looking to at least double my money in the next 24 hours. And the beauty is that when you look at that, the essence of trading zero DTE, the fact is you're looking for plays that make sense on the grounds of I'm buying green, so others will buy green, and tomorrow, because there's nothing else to do, people will push to actually make their week financially, and that's how it works, and that's why it has potential. But at the same time, you look at implied volatility, it's a little bit over 100%. Not my cup of tea. Usually the strategy is above 100%. You actually sell the puts, either way. But with the lack of catalysts out there, it might be an opportunity based on the strength that we see so far in Roblox that it will work pretty well for us. Either way, I will say probably tops 100, 200 bucks on this one, and looking to double. If you actually put more money, what you have to do, the idea in the case of these opportunities is that when you have these ideas on the table, let's say, for example, you take 4 contracts, right? What you do is that as soon as you double to, as soon as you see 100%, You sell two contracts. That's a little bit of risk and money guidance that we do at the Market Surveillance Alliance. It's not only the great thing to see on social media, like, oh, I have a runners that made 1,000%. That's easy, bro. Anyone can post that stuff, right? Anyone knows Photoshop. But the idea is how you have your community understanding, okay, what will happen when we reach 100% on the trade? Well, if you have only 2 trades, then you take everything out. If you have 4 trades, you can sell 2 trades for 100%, and then the other 2 trades, you will manage them during the day and look for potential exits. Next one at 150%, you take 1 lot, and then 1 more lot at 200%. And that's simple. If it actually keeps going higher, well, that's great. You probably need more on the table to have more contracts. You can do it a little bit of looking for 300% if you actually have 2 contracts left after doing these and that. So that's a little bit of risk management, risk and money guidance that you need at any given time where you're trading options or stocks. So far so good. It looks pretty good. I will potentially see if the market were to turn green at some points with good news for Roblox, that these actually will go above this level all the way back to February of this year. So guys, this is what I have for you today. Final view, just what you guys see. Lots of bearish. We know that it's based on levels, but at no given time in 2022, the secular bull market in the US equity market is in danger. It will be at some point, but for now, that's not the case. Thank you so much for watching, and I see you guys on the next video. Until then, never forget, someone always knows.